Yeah, we certainly pushed that one to the nth degree, didn't we? We did talk about it during the week that you tend to worry about a lot of things as a football team, and we just wanted to make sure our intensity in our trademark footy was up to scratch today, and that was the thing we focused on during the week after the disappointment of last week, and I thought that's the thing we could tick off after the game.
Did you have any concerns during the week that they would be able to have that?
No, not really. I think we've got a pretty good group of leaders and experienced players that generally over the course of the year have been very good, and we had a bad performance last week, and usually the character of the playing group is pretty good, and you're always confident you can bounce back, but you're just never quite sure whether you get the actual wind.
Trailing half-time and trailing three-quarter time, did you feel that maybe effort levels were all there? You're obviously right in the contest.
Yeah, we did, and it was obviously our scoreboard pressure wasn't there, but we thought the effort was, and that's what we asked for during the week. So it wasn't any point, I guess, in getting too frustrated about it in regards to talking to the players, even though it would have been better if we'd have kicked straight. But the important thing from my point of view and the players' point of view was just our intensity, and that's what we brought, and we did it for that period of time. And when we started to kick straighter, obviously we were able to pull away.
It's like the guys that came in, and Spanger and Jesse, and sort of the levels with Gary later on.
Yeah, we're pleased with the players that we brought in. We thought, generally they all did a pretty good job, and at different times played their role and competed really hard. And it wasn't that complicated going into the game. Sometimes we look at different things in football, but the basics of the game still stand up under pressure, especially against really good teams, which St Kilda are. And I thought that all of them did that pretty well today.
Mummy with 54 in-out clearances, obviously he was terrific today. He really gave me some great drive there.
Yeah, I thought he was enormous today, and playing on a really good young ruckman as well. McAvoy's a good player, but I thought he was good all game. But then in the last quarter, just thought he was enormous in the last quarter, and he seemed to be everywhere. And his ability to lift under pressure and to be a big presence when the game was at its hottest was outstanding. I thought our contested footy was really good in the last quarter, and probably set the scene by the way Mummy went about it.
John's been talk about video review coming to AFL. What's your thoughts on that, given Jude looked like he kicked a goal, and they had a 5-minute meeting and gave them behind in the middle of your 10 behind session?
To be honest, I didn't focus too much on it. We thought it was a goal from the box, but it's not something that during the course of the game you have much discussion about, because you can't really control it. And we were disappointed the goal didn't get paid, but I think they're talking about it at AFL level, and I'd be interested to see how much delay in the game it causes. And I think that's the challenge. If you're able to get the right result, that's the key. So I'd certainly think it's worth exploring, but as long as it didn't take a week to do.
You said that scoreboard pressure wasn't there, that was the one thing, but everything else seemed to be. I guess this is one that didn't get away, whereas there has been some that have got away with it.
Yeah, they have. I mean, this year, in some of those losses in the back half of the year, I think there's been 4 of those games have been lost on an average of 6 points, or around about 6 points. So, generally the effort's been pretty good. A bit of that polish at times has hurt us. And I thought today, not only probably our kicking in the first half, I thought some of our entries in the first half weren't great. We just tended to bomb it in a little bit, and they were rolling numbers back. And once we addressed that and changed that a little bit, I thought it was a lot better.
Can you improve that in 2 weeks before the final? Is that something that can be fixed?
Well, I think we'll continue to focus on our pressure and our trademark football, and that's what we've got to try and do. And we always do extra goal kicking sessions. We do a lot of extra work on all of our other skills, and we'll continue to do that. And we need to do it. We know we need to improve at it. But when we talk about preparation in the games, we've got to make sure we're strong at the contest, strong with our work without the ball, and everyone playing their roles. And I think that's what I'm sure that's what we'll focus on for the rest of the year.
Rossi was pretty frustrated with the surface. It's not up to par necessarily.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't. It was slippery, but I'm not sure what other surfaces wouldn't have been today. I mean, it was slippery, but we had the right. We spoke about it before the game, as making sure that everyone had their right boots on. In the end, I guess it's not something we concerned ourselves too much about.
Probably didn't get the reward in that third quarter, but you must have enjoyed seeing the start of the fourth. 3 goals in about 5 minutes, and really sort of got momentum from there on.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, Goodsey spent a bit of time forward in the third quarter, and I was hoping we would give him a bit of a rest when he was deep. And he came on, I think, the start of the last, and had a pretty big influence in about 2 minutes. And I thought that was important. He and Mummy's influence in the start of that last quarter was pretty critical. And it's always good to see a banana shot go for a goal when you miss a few easy ones.
Is there any reason he came off so quickly in that fourth quarter?
Yeah, I was surprised myself. He was only on for about 1:30 and had a big impact. We actually asked that whether there was anything wrong, and he said no. He just wanted a quick rest and go again. And okay, we'll find and accommodate that.
What do you think, Fisher? Did he go from the start of the last there, or when did you see that matchup sort of breaking?
Yeah, it was probably a period there. He went into the midfield, Goodsy, and I thought was pretty good in that last quarter. But I think that Fisher was going quite well at points of the game as well, and even in the midfield. So that was a bit of an arm wrestle there. I thought Goodsy's ability to lift was pretty good in the last term.
What was your take on Tim Richards' game on Red?
Yeah, it was actually. I thought he was really good, Teddy. I mean, he's done some great jobs for us this year. And about 10:30 last night, I had a text message come through from our doctor saying that Heath Grundy was probably going to miss because he was sick. So I spent the next hour thinking about the matchups and how it was going to be. But fortunately, he was able to get himself up and did a good job, I thought, as well, Heath. And I thought Teddy's job was outstanding. He's an elite. We all know he's an elite player, and I just thought his ability in the one-on-ones was pretty good. And I think he's played on some of the best key forwards going around for us. Teddy done a good job.
Also, Jared is obviously under some duress from family issues. He's still able to come out, not so much last week, but this week.
Yeah. I just think it's all heart what Jared's been able to do for us. He's turning up at the footy club and still training hard and still committing himself as a captain of the footy club. Yet we know there's some significant challenges he's got with his family, and his ability to be able to do what he did today was, I thought, incredible. And to not only to come on, and he actually talked to me during the week about he wouldn't mind playing a little bit at half back, and it was something we spoke about in match committee. And I think that the way he embraced that today was fantastic, and he really led from the front, and I thought he showed a lot of heart today.
How do you see these last couple of weeks of the AFL season now, Jim?
Well, we've got the Cats down there this week, and we all know how tough that is, and that's something we need to make sure we bring our intensity this week, and that's as far as we'll be looking. We play a very good team that's been a good team for a long period of time, and we play them on the home deck, and we've got to bring the same sort of intensity we brought today.
You were saying that people and certainly Cook last night probably would have felt a bit better after seeing that Cosy was out, but did that sort of certainly a little bit with Kaczynski and Dawson then?
They went a bit smaller then, so Heath had to play on some smalls, and going into the game we thought that both he and Teddy could have alternated on Rewalt and Kaczynski a bit, depending upon where they were, but they went a bit smaller, obviously, with Kaczynski out. So at the start of the game, or when we found that out, we had to make a decision on Heath being able to play in the smalls. And I thought he did it pretty well. So he's a smart player, works the angles pretty well, and I thought the defenders did okay in that.
Well, you don't sound too upset or frustrated by the goal kicking issue. I mean, you're a man who obviously kicks straight.
At times.
Your career.
Not all the time.
Fair enough. When you see a scoreboard that reads 1-10, how frustrating does it get for you then?
I was frustrated with missing easy goals, but I had to stay true to what I spoke about during the week in regards to the players, and that was, no matter what, we had to focus on our pressure and our defence and our work without the ball and our tackle and our chase, just basic defensive work of the game, and hopefully that'd stand us in good stead. So I had to make sure I was consistent with that, which I tried to do. But we did talk a bit about our ball movement and our bringing the ball inside forward 50, which hopefully gave us some deeper entries and gave us some better shots on goal. We probably missed a few from around the 40 to 55 mark, and once we addressed that, we got some better shots at goal.
Alex Johnson.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it was. He had a sore foot, just a sore in his arch of his foot. So I'm not sure. I haven't spoken to the docs yet about next week.